Well, for millions of Americans, leaving a legacy behind for your children or grandchildren, it is one of the most important aspects to retirement planning. Here to talk about it today are Greg and Kristen Taylor, and they have two ventriloquist dummies with them. No, they have their kids. We have 10-year-old Christian and 8-year-old Cameron, both adorable. Guys, thanks for being here. Want to say hi to anybody before we get going? Hi. Okay, well, here's what we're talking about today. I mean, when you think of retirement, of course, isn't it nice to think that you can leave something to the people you love?
Absolutely.
I mean, ideally, that would be the goal. But is that the case, or is it a combination of things? How do we plan for that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we obviously have children, and Jayden's missing from the mix. He's kind of our live wire, so he's not allowed on TV yet. But for us, you know, it's important to think about how the boys are going to get to college. And for some people that come in and meet with us, they have children just getting ready to go off to college.
Right.
And so they're trying to worry about that, and also how they're going to get through retirement years and leave a little bit left to the children when they pass on.
What we find, Sean, is that most families want to make sure that they're going to be okay throughout their retirement. They want to make sure they're going to have enough income to do the things they always wanted to do, but no one really thinks they're going to spend everything, so whatever's left over, they want to make sure they can get it to the people they love as efficiently as possible.
Are you finding that more and more there are grandparents taking care of their grandkids now in the same home, so that's changed the scope of retirement?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have people often in our office to meet with us that bring the grandchildren along because they watch them during the day.
Or they live with them.
So we have our Netflix hooked up with Pokemon and all kinds of kids shows for when the kids come in, but that is the case. And you know, more and more with people who are maybe in their 50s, there's less pensions available for retirement, so they're looking at using those retirement dollars for their living expenses. And so maybe their parents had pensions and have these big IRAs that are available to leave to the grandchildren then to help out.
What is the best way to create some kind of a nest that you can move to your kids or grandkids?
Well, you know, part of estate planning is understanding how to transition what you leave behind to the people you love, and that could be through a will, but understand whatever goes through a will goes through the whole probate process.
Yeah.
And you can use a trust, and that can help you perhaps if you have a child or grandchild that you want to make sure they don't squander their inheritance, or you want to make sure they inherit it in the proper way, like an IRA, that they don't end up paying half of it in tax right off the bat.
Tax efficiency, absolutely.
Or like Monday, we had someone in the office that have a special needs daughter, and so they were meeting with our special needs attorney to make sure that that child can receive what they need when they're gone, but not lose, you know, government benefits and things like that. So make sure that they're going to be cared for the rest of their lives.
Right. When you see the future for planning for, say, your children, is it a similar scenario, or are things going to have to change?
Well, retirement's going to be totally different for these guys, and it's up to us. It's our responsibility, right, our generations, to really watch out for these guys. I don't think they're going to have the retirements that the people retiring now have.
That's very true.
So really planning for them is important.
Are you planning for retirement, Cameron?
You know, he told me on the way here he didn't want to go off to college to leave me.
Aww, that'll change.
Christian said, take me far away.
Are you ready to go to college? Yeah. Well, thanks for bringing in the kids on their spring break.
Yeah.
See, you learned about retirement.
Yes.
You never hear that word around your house, do you? Ever.
I'm not allowed to retire.
That's very true.